Welcome to today's tag, ladies and gentlemen. Today is August the 4th, 2026. We're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw. Because on this Monday Night Raw, we got new returns. We have three big returns. SummerSlam, SmackDown mostly got the returns on SmackDown. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton. Where's the Raw returns? We get on Raw. Some reason on Raw we get more returns than we got on SummerSlam. Well, it's one extra. One extra. But that's fine with me. But ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about everybody talk about SummerSlam. What they happened on SummerSlam with Obafemi and Brock Lesnar at Hell in a Cell. So Obafemi came out and he put the roster on notice, saying that he's the new big thing. He is the ruler. He's the monster. He's going to be the monster. And he's going to take out everybody. And it sounds like that he still has a title shot that he could get whenever he wants. He still could get the title shot. So, ladies and gentlemen, he issued a challenge to anyone. He says, if anyone has a problem with me, just come up and deal with it. But when Obafemi was about to leave, he went on top of the stage. There's the Vision, Braun Breaker, and Austin Theory with Maxine Dupree. And ladies and gentlemen, Braun Breaker had a stare down with Obafemi. So Braun Breaker has a match with Joe Hendry. I'll tell you guys more about that. So let's see what happens there. To start off the show, we got Roman Reigns coming out, talking about his match with Seth Rollins, that they have respect for each other now. The rivalry's ended. This whole Shield of betrayal is over. And he says he respects him. He could acknowledge him much as he can, but he says you guys could acknowledge him. He let them sing his song and all that stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, he said a whole bunch of things. He wants to know who's his next challenger. LA Knight comes out and he's call him a fraud because the last time LA Knight and Roman Reigns was in a match together, he needed a bloodline. But against Seth Rollins, he did it by himself. So LA Knight wants the same thing. He wants to face Roman Reigns one-on-one by himself. Will we get that match? We don't know. And Roman is not happy with LA Knight interrupting because he asked LA Knight, what have you done? You won a 6-man tag team match against his cousins. You didn't win a no one contenders match. You didn't win a one-on-one match. You didn't win a gauntlet match. You didn't win a battle royal. You didn't win no one contenders match. And he says, we're done with the complaining, the whining, the bitching. You don't get a title shot because of that. You win, and you become no contender. So Roman and LA Knight just walked away. Roman is upset with his cousins. He says you couldn't get rid of LA Knight. And now this Royce Keith guy is bringing up his name. Well, Jacob Fatu says he's going to get rid of him. Well, he didn't say that to Roman Reigns. In the Jimmy Uso says, give us the word, we will take out LA Knight. Roman said no. No, I'm not doing that. You guys leave LA Knight. LA Knight is mine now. So, and LA Knight overheard and he was mocking them, saying, you can't hurt me now. So, and he got in Jey Uso's face. But Royce Keys comes to Jacob Fatu in the locker room and saying, are we done with this now? Are we finished? Jacob Fatu says, we're not family. My family is the bloodline. He said, that's my family. He says, we will end this in a street fight. So we have a street fight in our main event. My dog is just sniffing my shirt for some reason. I just had a shower. I didn't spill anything on it. Hey, my puppy. Hey, my puppy. Don't bang your head on my table now. You're gonna hurt yourself. Hey, my puppy. He's a cutie boy. Who's a cutie boy? Bakis is a cutie boy. I don't know what he's doing. He's under my chair snipping me. Trying to do a video here, buddy. I'm going to drink my chubby. My dog is going to tip my table over. This is supposed to be banana. Why is it orange? Isn't banana yellow? I had it before. It tastes good. Am I putting it on? For some reason, the aftermath of Chubby's just tastes weird. Why are you snipping my elbow? What did my elbow do to you? I don't know. He just wants pets, or he wants to just try and play with me. We will go to the park soon. Do our little walk again. We've been going to the park the last couple of weeks. It's a good walk for him because he needs exercise. Everybody says, "Oh, doggies needs exercise." So we go to this park. It's not too far from us, but it's a good, decent walk for both of us, especially when it's hot outside. But I still think about it. It doesn't matter if it's hot, but mostly when it's winter, we might not have a big, long walk or any type of walk. I might just let him go to the washroom and that stuff. We're going to hibernate. The only time we go outside is when I have to go shopping or we have to go out somewhere or take the dog out. Buckets, leave my hand alone. Trying to bite my hand now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's that. And now we're going to talk about the matches of Monday Night Raw. We got Javon Evans versus Ethan Page. It was a pretty decent match. Javon Evans did a hell of a OG cutter onto Ethan Page to win the match. Hey, I got the yawns. But Javon Evans, his celebration got cut short because they're showing the return and got Big Cass comes out and attacks Mr. Javon Evans. He was destroying Javon Evans, and he did like a bear hug and then a nasty side slam. The guy is massive, man. Jesus. And he has a really great physique. I remember when he was in WWE the first time, he didn't look like that. He didn't have abs with abs. My goodness, this guy. He's a big boy. And the second part, no Enzo Amore. But Big Cass is a heel now. I think he was a heel in AEW, so they brought him back as a heel. And he was a heel before he got released from WWE. So maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Maybe that'd be good. Maybe he actually could win some titles. Like singles titles. Who knows? I just always have to have a drink with me because my throat gets dried up. So, ladies and gentlemen, Big Cass makes a return, and it looks like we're going to get Javon Evans versus Big Cass as a feud. So that's going to be interesting to see. Next, we got, ladies and gentlemen, we got Sol Ruca versus Roxanne Perez. But we heard from Liv Morgan saying that she beat everybody. She beat everybody. She's the best women's world champion of all time. I'm not doing long. But ladies and gentlemen, she said there's nobody else could take her title from her. And then she talked about Raquel Rodriguez winning the women's intercontinental title. And she talked about Roxanne. And she said she's going to get rid of Sol Ruca. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match between Sol Ruca and Roxanne Perez. But of course, the Judgment Day got involved. The winner of that match was Sol Ruca. And she won by disqualification because of Liv Morgan and Raquel. But, ladies and gentlemen, the Judgment Day took out Sol Ruca. But after they were celebrating, Becky Lynch makes a return. After 2 months, she comes out. And, ladies and gentlemen, Raquel thought she wants the women's intercontinental title. But she says, I already made that title famous. I'm not coming for that title. I'm coming for the women's world title. And she said some facts saying that Liv Morgan hasn't defended her title for a while, and she only had one defense, and I believe she has a 100-day reign as the Women's World Champion, and she says she has the worst title reign so far. So that, and then and she wants that title, and Liv Morgan left and went on top of the stage. And then here comes Stephanie McMahon making her return and attacking Liv Morgan and the rest of the Judgment Day. And then we had a face-to-face, a stare-down between Becky Lynch and Stephanie McMahon. That's going to be an interesting match between those two. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Chad Gable was celebrating his Intercontinental Championship win, his very first singles championship, and he wants to thank a lot of people. He thanked Penta, well, not a lot of people, well, I guess a lot of people. He thanked Penta, and he thanked the WWE Universe, all the craziness that he had. He even brought up the Shorty G gimmick when he was Shorty G. But he's happy that he's the Intercontinental Champion. Penta comes out to congrats Chad Gable, and then, ladies and gentlemen, they got interrupted by Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio, and JD Madonna, because Penta says that Chad Gable is one of the greatest luchadors. And of course, Dominic thinks he's the greatest luchador because he has the AAA Mega Championship. But one thing, you haven't defended your Mega Championship for a while. You defended on Raw against Chad Gable. That was months ago. But you haven't defended in AAA how long? Now you're teaming up with Omos? Replacing Vikingo? Oh boy. So, Chad Gable and Penta issue a tag team title match, issue a challenge to a tag team match between the Judgment Day and Chad Gable and Penta. Ooh, it's so sour. For some reason, it's sour. Ooh. I don't know why it's so sour. You're not having any chubby dubby. This will make you go nuts. You're ready to go nuts. Yeah. You're a nutcase. You're a crazy boy. You're a cuckoo head. You're a lunatic. No, he's not. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. I don't have a lot of problems with him when we go for walks. He doesn't really have a problem with people. He doesn't have problems with dogs. I think he has the only problem with dogs he has. I think when the dogs react and they try to go at him, he will go nuts. But if there's a dog that doesn't just mind their own business, Buckus doesn't care. And I think when some people like to react, right? They're scared of dogs, so they had when they walk by, they try to walk the other way, right? They try to go further away from the dog. What I think is that you guys shouldn't show fear, because I had some people walk past me, didn't really care much, didn't really got scared of the dog, and Buckus didn't really do much. Buckus just walk on his own way. I think because you have a reaction, Buckus is gonna react. He doesn't want people to be scared of him. He doesn't want that. I don't think any dog wants that. He has to say sorry that I look scary, but I'm not trying to be scary. He's trying to be protective. That's why he growls sometimes when people are around, because he doesn't know who you are. But he doesn't want to hurt anyone, the people that he not get scared of. You be nice to him, he will be nice to you. I don't know what's the point of why you guys get so scared of it. And there's some people I don't like, is that if you're scared of a dog, like when we go in the elevator, there's a bunch of people scared of dogs. They don't tell me that they're scared of dogs, and they flinch when the dog comes. They flinch. But my dog is just sitting in the corner because he has his own spots. He sits in the corner. He sits beside me, so close to me, because he's more scared of these guys, and these guys are flinching and covering in the other corner. I'm like, you could tell me that you're scared of dogs. I'm supposed to know that you're scared of dogs? I don't know you're scared of dogs. I normally don't ask people, are you okay with dogs? Because normally you should just tell me, because sometimes some people would just say, no, I don't want a dog in here, but they're not scared of dogs. They just don't want a dog in there. And then I had to wait for another elevator. I'm not doing that. But if it's somebody that's scared of dogs, I will do that. Because I'm not going to force the person that's scared of a dog with him, and I'm not going to scare. Because if he shows that he's scared, it's going to scare him. And then he reacts, and then both of them react. And it could be dangerous. We don't want that to happen. Buggers could get really scared and get angry at the guy. I don't know, but some people don't tell people that they're scared of dogs. Even when I'm in the elevator and it goes to a floor and somebody's trying to get in, they look at the dog, but they still come in. I'm not getting out of the elevator because there's a dog in there. I'm not taking my dog out for you to come in. It's not going to be a long ride. But if you're scared of dogs, don't force yourself to get in here, because that shows fear of a dog, and I don't think the dog likes that. Don't show fear. Be confident. Yeah, he looks scary, or if he growls at you, that's scary. But if he's just sitting beside me and not really doing anything, why are you being scared? He's not doing anything. He's not showing his teeth. He's just sitting there. Why are you showing fear at him? He wants to be comfortable. He wants other people to be comfortable as well. He's just sitting there. That's why sometimes I'm not a big fan of people, because that's what they do. And I'm not a big fan of it, that they do that. Not a big fan of it. Stop showing me that you guys are scared, or showing him that you're scared, because that doesn't help. Guys, I've been craving for a Boston cream donut. I don't go to Tim Hortons that very much. I go to the grocery store, because the grocery store has have some Boston cream. It's like a Temu Boston cream. It's not like the Tim Hortons, but they're good. And my dad bought them, and I had one, and it was good. And then I bought some, and now they're all gone because I ate a whole bunch of them for SummerSlam. They only give me 4 in a box. Now I want to buy more, but I'm not going grocery shopping right now. I'm gonna go grocery shopping tomorrow for the week, but I'm craving for it now, and I really want one, but I can't, because I'm not going to the grocery shopping today. Man, I don't know. There's some people, if you guys are from the United States, and I don't know if they have Boston cream donuts there, but it's a creamy donut. There's cream in the donuts. It's like the jelly donuts you have, but it's cream, not jelly. So yeah. Okay, let's talk about this tag team match. It was a pretty decent tag team match between Penta and Chad Gable versus Dominic and JD. But the winner of that match was Chad Gable and Penta. And then we had our main event, the street fight between Jacob Fatu and Royce Keys. These guys tried to destroy each other with chairs, with tables, with candlesticks, everything they could. But the winner of that match was Jacob Fatu. But Jacob Fatu wants to attack Royce Keys more. He attacked him more. He did the target depth grip on him. And then, ladies and gentlemen, there's a whole bunch of referees, personnel trying to stop him. but he didn't want to stop. And ladies and gentlemen, he did that running senton thing while his opponent is sitting in the corner. He did that thing what Umaga does, butt to the face. And then he did that. I think he did that one time, and then he puts a chair around the neck of Royce Keys. He was about to do it until Adam Pearce stopped him. It looked like he stopped him. Jacob Fatu was about to leave, but when these guys were trying to help Royce Keys, Jacob Fatu came back, and he actually did it. He took out Royce Keys. Royce Keys was spitting out blood. It was crazy. It was nasty. Oh my God! Roman Reigns comes out and does a nod to Jacob Fatu. But Roman Reigns went backstage. The Gorilla, he went back there and he shook hands with Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio says, "You do know that I am the general manager of AAA." Roman says, "I know now." And Rey says, "How about I pitch something to you to end Monday Night Raw?" That's to the end of Monday Night Raw. Rey Mysterio is pitching something to Roman Reigns. What is he pitching to Roman Reigns? Is Roman coming to AAA? Maybe defend his World Heavyweight title? Triple Mania is coming up in September. They will have a United States version, and then they have a Mexico version. What is going to happen with Roman Reigns in AAA? Rey Mysterio is making great opportunities here. He brought Damian Priest to AAA. I don't know what Damian Priest is doing in AAA. He hasn't really shown anything now, and he just showed up. But Damian Priest, they got a whole bunch of WWE superstars. War Raiders is trying to win the WWE Tag Team titles with Damian Priest. A lot is happening for AAA. Rey Mysterio is a good general manager, I guess. He's doing a good job. He's trying to make history. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys tomorrow for NXT results. My dog is playing around like a maniac. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Bobby. Hey, I don't want to kiss your nose. It's all wet. Ew. Ew. You want to say goodbye to the people? Where are you? There he is. He's camera shy. Bugus. Say goodbye to the people. Paul? Bye, people. Bye. Does up. Bye.